There you go. Now you're facing the right way.
My cup is now readable. Perfect. That's all I wanted, really.
So how you been, Puka? How's it been? I haven't been able to like watch your streams at all because of work.
That's okay. I tend to be a bit flimsy at my streams anyway when I do get them on. But you missed out on the sick rap, I guess. That's one thing.
Oh, you did a sick rap last stream?
Yeah, I think it was last stream. Well, rap's such a strong word. It was one word.
Is it a strong word? I think it's very clear what anyone means when they say rap.
You'll have to find out next time.
I mean, is the VOD up? Can we pull that up?
I think there's like a clip of it somewhere, but do you know what? It's fine. We don't get to worry about it. It's in the past. We can leave it there where it belongs. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Hello.
I'm looking up your channel right now. I'm gonna see what the VOD is.
I think it's actually even labeled rap, which makes it way easier to find, which is more scary to me, to be honest. I've made a terrible mistake.
Okay. Are these clips or okay? Yeah, these are clips. Which one of these is a rap?
The title might give it away. Might. Or I could save you time to send it to you. Oh, it's the first one there.
Oh, is it?
Oh no, it's the first one there.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Choke, 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 the choke, 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 choke,
yeah,
choke,
one of my prouder achievements.
Choke, 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 choke. Let me spin it, choke, choke, choke.
Pretty deep lyrics. Jake really gets to the core of society.
So what brought that on?
Someone in chat said rap when I'm reading. that was it. I think it was Ari, actually. So you can blame Ari.
Thank you for the follow, Pyro Casper.
Hey, Pyro. One of the many people
that was a very entertaining rap you did.
Thank you. I'm thinking of going pro.
Oh, dude, you definitely can. Re-record that, put it up on Spotify, make money, like Merc's doing.
I don't think it's quite on Merc's level, but you know, we can make a valiant attempt. But yeah.
But,
how are you?
I'm doing fine myself. I'm doing fine myself. I talked about it earlier, but I was very busy all week with schoolwork mostly.
Ah, what you studying actually?
I'm studying film and video production.
Oh no way! I studied TV and film production when I went to college. So.
Really?
Yeah. Guess birds of a feather. I'm so sorry. I hope they don't make you producer, even though I had fun with it. It's giving me gray hairs.
No, yeah, I just doing the work this week has been been very stressful, but I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Like just barely learning After Effects.
Oh, they didn't make us do After Effects at all. We were specifically, I guess it shows my age a bit. We had to do everything manually, so we had props that were manual. Everything. The editing was the most digital thing we did. So, props are more fun, to be honest.
The editing side isn't all that difficult. I actually find it kind of fun.
Yeah, no, editing's great.
It's figuring out how things work initially is a hassle.
It's only a hassle the first time. That's what counts. Oh yeah, big expectations. I hope you make some seriously scary movies. Probably pig-related ones. I figure you have a theme.
Maybe. We'll have to see. So, enough about me. Let's talk about you, Puka.
Oh, okay.
So, Puka, as a VTuber, why? Why a VTuber?
Wow, you're asking the hard-hitting questions right away.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
We're getting into brass tacks already. Why are you a VTuber, Puka?
Oh, there used to be a Flesh tuber actually.
Really?
Way back when.
Yeah. With a face cam and everything?
Yeah, same channel and everything, but you won't find those videos anymore.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt I could find them.
They are on my PC somewhere, so
if you want, you can just release them.
Yeah, if I wanted. That's an interesting point. But no, I don't know. I also sort of felt that what's putting me off streaming a lot of times is just making sure that I looked alright going on stream, and if I didn't feel that I reached that quota, I would simply not stream. So I guess it was more of an anxiety thing that drove me to YouTubing, but makes it a lot easier. I will say that.
Yeah,
And
I
a lot
can see
more,
that.
a lot more skeletal, which is a preferred method of streaming. Ideally, highly recommend.
And how long have you been VTubing now?
2 years, 2.5 years, around that, maybe more.
2.5. Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I think it is. My account's from 2014 though, so like that gives you an idea of how long it was a flesh tuber before that.
Yeah, okay, it's from 2014. That's
a while ago.
Going on 10 years now. So for 8 years you were just a flesh tuber, and then these last 2 just became a VTuber.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I was mostly just streaming to like friends and stuff who'd wanted to see a game.
Okay,
and weren't really as Discord heavy back then, so we found alternate methods.
So did you start taking streaming seriously when you became a VTuber?
Would you think I take it seriously still or currently?
Well, I would assume.
Like, wow, okay, I seem a lot more professional than I thought I did.
I mean,
no,
I mean, you have subscribers, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, I guess if that's the bar.
I mean,
wow.
I would say like once you're making like even like a couple pennies off of it, you're like starting to like take it seriously. Like you got like the channel points and everything.
It's true. Most of them were all started out as a bit or a meme, and now they're being thrown at me as points. So that one's on me actually. I've made mistakes, but it's fine. It's a theme. I'm glad people enjoy abusing my avatar. It makes me more relatable, I'm sure.
I find a lot of people like to do that. Like head pats, throwing squishmallows, other things.
Oh no, I don't get head pats. I just get abused. There's no positive reinforcement in my chat.
You haven't even done a head pat at all?
I never actually set it up, and I'm sure if it was set up, I'm sure everyone would stop throwing things at me. But until then, I will take blunt objects of affection.
Maybe you should put a head pat, but make it very expensive.
Maybe, so then I can continue to get stuff thrown at me. You're a genius, pig. That's futures now.
It's up to you. In fact, you can make it a privilege to throw things at you. make throwing things very expensive.
I would, but my economy is already kind of gaining inflation, especially since I keep refunding points that are completely random.
Can you reset that?
As in reset everyone's points?
Yeah.
No,
you cannot.
You can refund or redeem at once if it's within like a history check. But...
Yeah, but once they have their points, they have those points forever.
Yeah, no, you just have to increase the cost of everything slowly and surely to manipulate your viewers into spending all their points so they can't throw stuff at you anymore.
Or make some very expensive purchases.
Yeah. Like, for example, everyone's trying to get me to play Roblox, which I still will not. But one day I might put a really expensive redeem up there, knowing that nobody can buy it. Just to, like, dangle something, a bit of hope over their heads.
Okay, you should make it just expensive enough so that the most wealthy of your viewers would want to spend on it immediately. That way, they'll be reset back to 0.
And then the second they redeem it, I'll just retire from streaming. I think it's the perfect plan.
Well, you don't even have to retire. Just have them spend it. You do your Roblox, your mandatory Roblox stream.
No, you don't understand. I'm never playing Roblox. So when they redeem it, I'm going to retire. I'm going to change identity. I'm going to become a different VTuber. All part of the plan.
You just rebrand. Just rebrand.
Yeah, as a different skeleton. They'll never figure me out. It's a perfect plan.
Just change your eye color and you'll be different enough.
I'll wear green armor instead or something like that. That'd be fine.
Yeah. Why a skeleton? Why'd you go with that design?
Part of the name actually. So the armor is the armor for a puca, and a puca is a ghost.
Oh,
so a puca wore a skeleton as armor.
I think you told me, not me specifically, but like I was around when you talked about that. It's Scottish?
It's Irish.
Irish.
Your Western is showing it.
my American is showing. I can't tell the difference between you two.
Yeah, I mean it's one slightly easier to understand accent. That's about it, really. Outside that, we're all fairly similar, I'd imagine. Live in fields, regret we're living in fields, hate our weather. One of us don't have bagpipes. That's Ireland. We don't have bagpipes. That's a Scottish thing exclusively.
Yeah. I mean that's how like Irish are the with the pots of gold over the rainbow. Scottish are the one with the kilt, the kilts. You know those manly skirts.
Actually, everyone used to wear those. It's just the Scots kept it longer.
Oh really?
Yeah, pants were actually a sign of what's the best way? Lower status. Back in the day.
Really?
So having something like a kilt or essentially
so it was
not
a status thing.
Yeah, you were doing better if you were not wearing pants. Ironically. Yeah, there you go. Medieval history for you.
So you partially revealed that you're on the older side. I'm guessing you live alone.
No, I live with my dad.
You live with your dad. Okay. Does he know you're a streamer?
Yeah, he knows I'm a streamer. He probably doesn't know I'm a skeleton. I figured, unless he's figured it out.
Does he know what VTubing is at all?
No, but he's not a technological sort really, so he wouldn't really care. Unless it was like, I don't know, suddenly super successful. It's like, oh, he's just doing.
Is he supportive of you streaming?
Oh yeah, he'd be fine with it. Literally make no difference to him.
Okay.
He just see it as like gaming, I guess. It's like, oh, he's just playing his games.
Hey, he's gaming. He's gaming and he's talking, saying he's a skeleton.
Yeah, who doesn't?
The funny things my son does.
Back in my day, who didn't say they were a skeleton? But no.
Well, you don't know that. They might have. It would be a different context, but yeah.
It was probably because they were dead, I would imagine. But yeah, no, he doesn't really mind. He doesn't really know much about it either, so it's.
Do you have a
fine.
job outside of streaming?
Used to. I have been looking for a job for a while now, but while I'm looking for a job, I've instead decided to start programming at home so I can become my own boss in the long run. But yeah, no, I used to work in stuff like customer support. What would you call it? Repairing computers, engineering, that sort of deal.
You did all that.
Yeah, real boring stuff. Sorry, I hope you weren't hoping for circus owner or something. I had
no,
boring
nothing
jobs.
like that. But yeah, like there's no money issue at all.
Not in my case, no. I mean, there will be eventually, but until then,
if you don't find a job soon, there will be. But yeah, you're fine for now.
Savings are coming through, and that's what counts.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
I'll be all right. Should be, hopefully.
So
I'll make do.
I want to go back to the VTubing question of when you first started. What got you in?
Oh well, there's a few people, I suppose. I used to moderate for someone who was a VTuber, and that was at that stage. I was like the first VTuber I essentially encountered, and I thought they were pretty cool. That was a cool, nifty thing. That was way back before you had like half body movement. It was literally just like your head would move and the rest of the body would stay there.
Yeah, just head movement.
But yeah, it felt neat. And at the time, I was still a Flash streamer, and I was like, wow, this is so much less effort for keeping up appearances.
Yeah, I think from my last interview, she was saying about stuff like, well, you don't have to worry too much about what you look like, or like what the background looks like. Like your room can be messy as much as you want it to be. All your views are seeing is your model.
Exactly, it's quite handy. They don't actually know when you're looking away from your mic or anything like that, so you can technically always be professional staring directly at the thing. I mean, they guess they know you're looking left and right, but it's easier to maintain. It's also easier to build a brand around because you're essentially making a mascot.
You have a built-in mascot and a built-in logo.
Yeah, and people can't like spot you on the streets or anything. So it's and I'm a fairly private person overall, as hard as that may be to believe. So it's nice to not have to worry about someone's saying, "Hey, it's a skeleton guy" or something like that.
Hey, I know
You probably
you.
wouldn't.
You're that YouTuber.
It'd be very hard to spot me from my voice, I think. But yeah, it's nice to have that comfort all the same.
Yeah, your voice isn't like hyper distinct. You sound
No,
like an
it's
Irish person.
jaded. Irish person. That's good. A lot of other Irish people have told me I sound American, and some Americans said I don't sound that Irish.
Really?
I was once called vaguely European.
Vaguely Europe. That's so broad.
I guess. Yeah. I guess I don't have much of an accent from anywhere.
I mean, I can hear some of the Irish coming out of you. It's not
You
like
can probably hear
it's not like
ARs, which
cartoonishly thick, but it's there.
Oh, it could be. I'm always like holding it back until I speak to like family, then it comes out properly. Same with most accents, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Once you're unleashed among family.
Yeah. Then nobody can understand me, even my family. Start speaking in tongues. Essentially, it's nice.
So, with that first VTuber you watched, are there any others who inspired you early on?
What I guess that made me get the leap of actually getting the VTuber would be the small VTuber. You might have heard of them. They're barely out the rock now. It's Mercury Winds. You might have encountered them before.
Oh,
in the
you know what?
past.
No, I've never heard of that person.
Oh, no way. Here, I mean, I can send you a link if you want. They're like, is this cool little rat
yeah.
VTuber?
Please do. Send me that person.
Sure, no, you got it. I will, because you definitely don't have this link. I've confirmed you're not in any of the servers, any related servers, anything like that. But no, yeah.
Like, I don't even know what a VTuber is. What is this?
Where am I? Who are we?
I think I think I mentioned her here already, and then the Steph interview.
Probably won't be the last time either. She's quite the influence.
I'm hoping to get her on soon, but she's busy with schoolwork.
Oh well, just constantly nag. That always works. I think personally. If you want, I can nag as well, and we can just slowly drive her insane. And
Oh yeah,
get her on...
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Here, I'll nag her right now. But no, yeah, I was watching Merc like way back. I think she'd just gotten her VTuber model of like the rat version.
Yeah,
when I arrived.
the first version of the current one.
Yeah, like the
How
one
long
between
ago was
top and
that
everything.
now? I guess it would be a bit more
Around
than
2 years.
Yeah, a bit more than 2 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years, I suppose, maybe 2 or 3 years. But yeah, I was watching one of her streams, and I think one day she raided Iriomi, and I think I was just mentioning like, "Wow, man, it'd really cool to be a VTuber," and I was like, "But who the hell would draw a skeleton and armor?" And he just said, "I would." On stream, it's like, "Oh, I'm hiring this person."
Oh, did Ariyomis draw your first model?
Yeah. So my model was originally a PNG tuber, much like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2D beginnings, and I had a kind of character sheet for that. It got adjusted a lot for the model that you see before you. Wouldn't see before you if I bothered to put the avatar up.
Well, we saw it earlier, and we saw it
work,
early in the rap clip, the chibi one.
Yeah, a bigger version of that was essentially mostly designed by Eric. The only thing you really had to go on was skeleton and golden armor with the red cape, and a small design in the front of it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, she made a small design. That was it.
Yeah.
He improvised that. So
the final product looks good.
yeah, Area delivers every time.
It's a solid design. Ariyomi is a really talented artist in that.
Yeah, and she's so talented that she's swamped all the time. And I'm actually we'll be looking to get potentially an update soon on the avatar. Area hasn't started anything like that yet. That's just something I have been planning. So you can look forward to a 2 or 3.0. I'm not sure what stage we're at now. Eventually,
hopefully you can get that relatively soon.
Oh, it might be later on this year. It's just that this would be the 3-year anniversary essentially. So
yeah,
may as well have an update to go with it. And a lore drop, of course, gonna make it interesting. But yeah, between Area and Mercury, the pair of them combined made the VTuber dream come true. And the inspiration for VTubing originally was still a friend of mine, it's Naomi _E.
Yeah, it's good that you've stuck around them and become friends with them.
Oh yeah, they can't get away anymore. They've tried. I'm in control here.
You're the man in charge.
Well, I'm not in charge.
You're the one steering the boat.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. I'm steering it, but I'm definitely not in charge. If anything, I'm actually the hostage. And now you're the hostage too, because you have this information, so you're never getting away. You've done this to yourself.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm sure you're happy you had this interview, but
Oh,
you've opened the door, pig.
well, you know, this was on short notice. I did contact you on Thursday, I think.
I think so. Yeah. Let me see. I can go back and check.
Usually, I like to contact people on like the Monday.
Yeah, it was Thursday. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, it's alright. I assume you had your reasons, but I'm quite quick to adapt in short notice, so you made a good choice there. If anyone was going to be able to make it in time, it would be me. Definitely didn't almost sleep in.
Wait, sleep in? It's like 10 p.m. for you.
There's a reason I mostly hang out with people who are over on your side of the country and time zone. And it's because I have a constantly terrible sleeping pattern.
Well, that's not going to help you get a job, you know.
It will. I used to work in night shift.
Oh, that's what I do now.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't recommend it.
Schedule-wise, it's not great, but the job in and of itself is incredibly easy.
Yeah, for the long term, you'll also have broken sleeping patterns for probably the rest of your life now because your body is just used to not having to sleep when it's nighttime.
Well, you know what? I'll worry about that when it comes. I'll leave that to future.
That's what I said.
Leave that to the future you.
Future me is still coping. That job is 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
The rest of the jobs are day shift.
Yeah, I tried a day shift and it just would not work for me.
Yeah, there's a lot less rules night shift, which is much nicer. People are more relaxed, and you get more work done, ironically, because people are not rules learning you the whole time.
Yeah.
That you just put on music or videos, and nobody cares.
Oh yeah, I'm always listening to music on my my AirPods.
And of course, your favorite streamers, all of them out there.
Whenever honestly, I haven't really been watching streams when I'm at work. I've mostly been watching YouTube or listening to music.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, I guess I can allow that. I thought you were a real fan, but you know, it's whatever.
Okay, Puca. Starting now, I'll be watching your streams at work.
It's too late. You've burned that bridge. It's just too late.
No, I've not burned that bridge. That bridge is still fine.
You can see it. It's crumbling. It's falling apart. Look at it disintegrating into water.
We're unraveling.
Had its chance.
Emmett Cheery, thanks for the follow.
Emmett RL, thank you.
Oh, that's an L. I thought that was a capital I.
That's right. I tend to have a
Emmett IRL.
like 6 all the time. Yeah. It's a fake one. It's not IRL at all. Don't believe it.
So you've been at it for 2 years, extended 10 years.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself going longer, like say into your 30s or 40s?
Probably. Didn't expect to start it this close to 30, so anything's possible now, really. I don't know.
I started early, sometime last year. I think like in the middle of last year or like late last year. I was already 26 then. I'm gonna be 27 in like a few days, actually.
Oh, almost happy birthday.
See, like I started late 20s.
Yeah, I started almost 30.
Almost 30.
Technically. It's like, I guess, 28, 29. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason... I see no reason to stop unless I suddenly get super busy. And even then... this whole character is now attached to lore and the story I've made, so I probably won't be dropping it so easily.
Yeah, like the lore in the story. Like, what is your character's lore?
Well, that's a secret. I know it's not really a secret. The whole ArmouredPuca thing is literally technically part of the story. It's like, so a puca, if you didn't know, isn't, well, I know I've mentioned Irish ghosting before.
Irish
shapeshifter ghosts. Well, they're actually a type of ghost as well. They're like shapeshifters. They're mischievous and also known as protective to some farmers out there, as sort of the tales go. So the lore of my one was that it, while trying to protect these little wisps and things, it went and actually found a living suit of armor, and then it got stuck inside that suit of armor as it was magically sealed from the outside.
Oh.
So I just can't get out. I'm in prison right now. I'm suffering. Please help.
You're a ghost trapped in a suit of armor.
Yeah. And a skeleton in a suit of armor, even. Not even just the armor. It's the whole thing's bound.
Okay, you're trapped in the skeleton who's in the suit of armor.
Yeah.
So
they're slowly getting more powered.
So why did this ghost decide to start streaming?
Well,
you're a ghost trapped in a suit of armor, and you decide to get on the internet and play video games.
you see, where I'm from, there is no internet. But I have this armor I'm wearing. It's just like constantly generating power, based off my own little spirit. So I have to constantly spend power to stop it like gaining too much power and essentially detonating. So when I'm streaming, I'm actually opening up a portal to a different dimension known as the internet. I'm streaming. I've robbed shit from different portals from all over the universes.
You're exhausting your reserve power into the internet.
Yeah, I'm trying to spend it more than I can actually build it. So
right now, you're expending power through my stream onto the internet.
Yeah, that's why I sound so tired all the time. It's all part of the lore. It's totally part of it. I'm not actually exhausted permanently. I promise.
It's in the lore. It's a read between the lines.
There's a reason for everything. And you can find out more about it when I finally finish developing in like 5,000 years. But yeah, no, I'm trying to get like a written part up so everybody can keep up that way. But that's the basis of it. Trying to spend a lot of energy that I don't have, but I do have in lore.
I know a handful of streamers that do go really deep into their VTubing avatar, just like you, giving their character lore, backstory, like all that. Like, why do that?
I guess for me, it makes it more fun, makes it more invested in like character, and also I tend to like play roleplay things a lot, like D&D and all that sort of stuff. So making a new character and making a story for things like that just gives it life, ironically, and makes me not just another avatar, but it makes me a different story that you can find. And if I'm ever offline, you now have something else to look into or something else to, I guess, picture or imagine what I'm doing when I'm not online.
That's really good, actually. Yeah.
We need pig lore. Give us lore.
I have
right now.
I have lore actually, but I mostly wrote it as a joke.
Yeah, that's how I started to.
I'll read some lore, some pig video games lore for you.
All right, give me your best narrator voice for it.
Pig lore. Pig video games can beat Goku.
Okay, that's So these are more like loading screen tips.
Loading screen tips. Pig video games is slowly approaching you.
So that's lore. That's written scripture for you. That's your next one better not be that you have a fear of shovels or something, or that'd be pretty messed up.
I see you've joined. Yeah, Pig Video Games has a fear of shovels. That actually has actual lore behind it.
Did someone hit you with a shovel?
No. Like I think almost 2 years ago now. I was working graveyard as I do, and I work at a gas station, right? One day, some guy wielding a shovel came in and robbed me.
Huh. So I don't think you were afraid of the shovel. I think you were afraid of the guy holding the shovel.
No. When I told my friends about it, it became I fear shovels.
Oh, I see. So this was thrust upon you more so than anything else.
Yeah, more so than anything else was thrust upon me as a joke, at my expense.
Here's what you do. You overcome this fear by equipping yourself with a shovel for your avatar at all times. You become the shovel pig.
Funnily enough, like sometime, a significant amount of time later, there was just a snow shovel in the back. I don't know why. It never snows here. So I don't know why someone would leave a shovel in the back.
Clearly, you're haunted by snow shovels. The lore expands.
Okay, this is slowly turning into you interviewing me.
Yes. Tell me more about this. Tell me, how did the shovel make you feel? Scale of 1 to 10. Levels of fear. Did you wake up in a sweat from this shovel? Or?
This is not turning into therapy time. With Dr.
Clearly, you've
Puca.
never spoken to me before.
Oh yeah. Let's reroute back. I want to talk about your childhood.
Oh. Well, since I canonically died, I don't remember it.
You're pre-deathhood. Yeah. Any books? Any movies? Any shows you like watching?
Huge movie buff. I'd watch pretty much any and every horror
Indie horror.
Literally, just any horror at all.
Okay,
Like,
what have you seen? What have you seen?
all right, well, mostly Alien series, Predator series, Jason Voorhees, like Friday the 13th. I have to wrap off a bunch more. I made watch Evil Dead. That's what I haven't watched yet. Lord of the Rings trilogy, of course, just a natural one. I'm looking at my shelf for stuff I just checked out here. Sadly, I've watched the entire Fast and Furious storyline.
Yo,
I've got
I
this day.
have all 10 movies in the DVD pack. Blu-ray pack.
Oh, damn, you got the high quality. You got the high quality family.
I cannot wait for 12. I'm very excited.
I have to check now, 'cause, like, I pretty much used to just go into, like, we have a place, well, it's shut down, but it used to be a shop called Extravision. It'd basically be like your version of Blockbusters,
Okay.
also shut down.
Yeah. I think there's one left.
Just one. I don't even know if we have that. But yeah, I used to watch things. I used to pretty much go in there whenever I had spare change and pick up any movie I thought this looked cool. But even back then, I had this like fascination with supernatural stuff, so I would get things like Final Destination or Freak. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's terrible.
What's it called? Freak?
Shriek. SHRIEK.
Oh, Shriek. No, that does not ring a bell.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't be surprised. It's some of those 2-star ones, you know. That you just kind of watch.
Oh, 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. Coolio?
Yeah.
Coolio's in this?
Julio, what?
Shriek, if you know what I did last Friday the 13th.
Oh, they had Friday the 13th. That was maybe it's a different one. But,
Shriek of the Sasquatch?
yeah, no, mine was literally just called Shriek. There's nothing else to it.
Shriek in the Night.
That's right. It's probably lost in time, as it should be. I did watch Army of Darkness. I didn't watch 2 before that. I watched a lot of zombie films as well.
Oddly enough, Evil Dead 1 was the first one I watched.
No, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, whenever people dive into that series, they always go for 2, or they just happen to watch Army of Darkness first.
Well, Army of Darkness sounds like a standalone name, so you wouldn't think
Yeah.
it was like one before it, I guess, so it checks out. Book-wise, I didn't really read much in the way of books. I read more than I used to now back then. I think the only one I read was Artemis Fowl.
Oh, that was a very popular book in high schools and middle schools.
Yeah, and I think I read like one book of it. Finished it. It's like I didn't hate it or anything. I just never read again for a long time.
You know, you because of it, you never read a book for years.
Yeah, and now I read too much. I read far too much now.
I kind of had the opposite thing where I read a lot during school, and then afterwards I'm like, no more reading.
Well, you can get back into it. It's not too late. You have a night shift job. You can always totally spend that night shift reading a book and not doing your job.
I could.
I won't hold it against you. Your boss might, but I won't. That's what counts.
Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about your opinion on what I do at work.
You don't know that. My opinion can be very important in your job.
Possibly.
What if I was your boss?
Well, you're not.
But you don't know for certain.
I mean, you already said you don't have a job.
Yeah.
And you're close.
The boss doesn't need a job. He just gets paid.
They're at their desk. They're just pushing pencils. And whatever else.
I'm pushing a pencil right now. I could be your boss.
You could be my boss. Hey, can I get a raise?
No. You brought me here on a weekend, off my time off work from not doing anything, and you expect a raise? It's pretty unacceptable. Oh hey, it's the person who rigged my avatar, not this version of me, but like the actual avatar.
Hello, Ariomi. We had talked about you briefly earlier.
I was just saying about how I asked in your chat, hey, do you know anyone who would rig a skeleton VTuber? And you said you. And then yeah, that was pretty much how I got to VTuber.
And I can't believe you only charged him $500.
I don't actually remember how much he charged me. All I know is it looked like a lot more on our website because Canadian currency is very different from European currency.
Oh, yeah, conversion rates. Don't even get me started. When I was in Canada, I was surprised. I was like shocked at how wealthy I was up there.
You'd be even wealthier in Japan. You should go there.
I would love to go to Japan.
So would I. It'd be great. I want to go to the Capcom restaurant. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. It was like around the 500.
500 euro. How much is that in America?
Like,
It's euro, so that's
So probably somewhere around the middle for America.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle there. So like 600 something.
Yeah. Fairly good prices, I gotta say.
Yeah,
in fact, I'd say a steal for the quality I got.
Actually, yeah, that is a steal. That is actually a steal.
Yeah, I think she should up her prices more personally. She has upped them a little bit, but she needs to do more. This is the part where she's gonna throw something at me after I finish talking to you.
Well, no, she can't throw. She can't throw anything here.
I'm safe. I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe from the abuse here.
You understand? She knows where I live.
Well, does she?
Yeah,
She knows where you live. Ariel,
no.
are you capable of going to his house right now and hitting him with a bat?
Maybe.
No, unfortunately.
Maybe if you threw the bat in a random direction. What do you mean you wish? Interesting.
I'd be not Irish.
Oh, nobody knew I was Archer. You just stops me. Wow. I'd hit it so well.
No, you're very Irish.
No, trust.
You're wearing a green hat right now. You have an orange beard.
You thought I was Scottish like 20 minutes ago.
No, I didn't think you were Scottish. I was confused between which is which. He could be more. He could be more Irish. He could be wearing green.
Or it could be a bit more Irish, yeah. I won't do it to you. You actually won't understand me if I start. Don't worry.
So, pulling you back to VTubing.
Oh yes, that's why we're here.
Do you have any goals in the space, short or long term?
Most of my goals are currently in progress, which was to make sort of a grander story out of the Avatar, which is to make a little development cycle out of it. Perhaps a little game, perhaps a little comic book. But to tell a story and to play games along the way. Long-term goals, I don't know. If this makes a lot of money, then great. Yeah, I'll keep at it. But otherwise, I'll probably just do it as a hobby on the side.
Is it mostly a hobby then?
Yeah, until.
Can you see yourself making this a career?
If it pays well enough, I'll make anything a career. I'm really classy like that.
Okay, so in the scenario that you can make a career out of streaming, what then?
Then I do it. Honestly, I like streaming, and I like playing games with people online, seeing their reactions, and I'd like to chat to people a lot as well online, get opinions. And I like not getting cancelled, so I'll try and commit to that as well. Yeah, they're all things I would happily get paid for.
Not getting cancelled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I so far have successfully not gotten cancelled.
You know, I haven't asked this at all, but is there a fear of being cancelled at all for anyone?
Well, there's always a fear of somebody taking something out of proportions, you know. Doesn't mean like what's right today could be wrong tomorrow, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
For example, being Irish could be terrible tomorrow. We don't know. We could do something terrible and suddenly everybody hates the Irish.
Yeah, Ariomi could cancel you for being just a bit too European.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to Canada, and then I'd be self-destructive if I'm cancelled, because I'll become Canadian. I'll get citizenship.
Wait,
I'll take over from the inside.
It's so long as you don't go to French Canada, you'll be fine.
I don't know what that is. That sounds terrifying.
It's Quebec. They speak broken French there.
Oh, well, I barely know like fixed French, so I'm kind of screwed either way.
So yeah, anywhere besides Quebec, you'll be fine.
They all speak French? That's like no one speaks English? You guys have a weird country.
They are
I'm
weird.
staying here. It makes sense here. But yeah, no. I don't really have a fear of being cancelled, but I don't know what stays normal on the internet.
You know, someone could just fabricate lies about you.
Well, there is this example, I guess, where there are Eastern countries where you literally cannot show a skull in any regard.
Oh yeah.
Because it's taboo. Being a skeleton avatar, that could be probably canceled over there if I ever happen to make it clear.
You're not going to be popular in mainland China.
I think I'll literally be banned. But you know how some people in China can, you know, have too much time and way too much power over the internet to spread all sorts of stuff, you know. And it could all be because I had a skull in my head instead of, I don't know, skin.
Yeah, so how does it feel to just have no reach at all in China?
Weirdly relieving. I don't feel like I have to even try to like appeal to any TikTok demographic. I don't even have to install it. It's pretty handy.
Yeah, we're getting
Just sit
political.
back and be a skeleton. Just be banned from a country. It's great.
Are skeletons okay in Japan? What about
I have
what about
no
the
idea.
Philippines?
Also, no idea. I just know some countries, literally, if you had like a tattoo of Japan, you have to cover it.
What?
A tattoo of Japan. Sorry, a tattoo of a skull. Japan's fine in countries, I'm pretty sure.
Tattoos are becoming okay in Japan. It depends on
No,
the
sorry.
context of the tattoo, really.
I meant a tattoo of a skull are not allowed, but my brain farted. I just said a tattoo of Japan is not allowed for some reason. Just like shut down. I'm pretty sure tattoos of Japan are allowed.
What?
For the
Why do you have a
patriotic
tattoo of Japan on your arm? That's
represent.
weird.
You gotta represent Japan.
You're Irish though.
We Irish and we island types have to stick together. You know?
Island types. Island types.
Japan and Ireland actually have a pretty good relationship, I believe. We steal each other's mythology all the time. And if that's not friendship, I don't know what is.
I just prefer to be covered, especially when going to a bath/onsen.
I guess it's disrespectful in some regard, especially because there's like tattoos over there. It'd also be related to a lot of gang stuff.
Tattoos are like, for the most part, associated with Yakuza, but their tattoos are primarily on the back, and like an arm sleeve tattoo is really really popular over here in the West.
Yeah, I have one myself on my wrist. But
oh really?
Yeah.
What's your tattoo of?
Fox. It's a tribal fox actually. I got it back when I was working night shift, and probably wasn't the soundest of minds, just because I was awake constantly during the day. Stuff had to be done during the day still. Yeah, got that tattoo of a fox on my wrist essentially. It's quite long. Tribal.
A tribal fox? What is that? Is that an Irish thing or something else?
It's not Irish. It's a style. I could send you an example. So. Sorry, I'm slow at typing. This would be an example of the tattoo. It's not the one I have, but I have a full body of a fox thing rather than just a head. But that'd be a tribal design.
Okay, so something like this. Yeah. So it's similar to this, but it's like the full body.
Yeah, something similar to that design.
Okay.
Kind of wavy and stuff. I suppose it can be considered like there are tribes in the past, which is probably why it's called tribal, that would have designs like that. But normally tribal is just like line-based design, so there's not much the details in between it.
Whenever I hear tribal in reference to a tattoo, I think of like those like swishy slash designs, something like that. That or like a Polynesian design, which is wildly different.
Well, tribals can be pretty much anything. It's just like they're kind of like a mix of hyper detail and no detail.
Yeah, it's either like associated with like an actual like islander or like actual like tribe of some sort, or like some nonsense swishes.
That's probably the sort of stuff you've seen before.
Yeah.
Where you see a lot in like a gym, super committed gym members, I guess, the ones that have that.
Yeah, this is like the stereotypical tribal tat.
Yeah,
like all this stuff.
But mine's luckily not quite so obvious. But yeah, I presume I'd probably have to wear some sort of covering for that if I ever went to Japan as well for, I guess, sauna visits.
You can just wear a long sleeve.
Yeah, and I can roast alive because Japan is incredibly hot in comparison to Ireland. In fact, everywhere is pretty much.
Not if you go north enough. If you go up to Hokkaido, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, then I can freeze instead. You're right. There's good options. We have options.
Listen, you can find a place in Japan that's a similar weather to Ireland.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be part of the ocean.
Now it is 2024. Do you think Irish unification will finally happen?
Unification? Probably not.
Don't you have any faith in your Irish brethren that you can unify?
It's not really up to them. That's right. The problem.
Not up to them.
I know. Maybe one day. It won't really matter if we do get it back. It'll cost us a lot of money, and we don't really have that right now. So. No rush.
Listen. You don't need money when you have the IRA.
I wouldn't depend on a terrorist organization. For
Listen, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
Back in the day, perhaps, but nowadays it's mostly just terrorism. It's not really even freedom fighting for a while.
Listen, it's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah, if I was, I suppose, in the IRA, I would see them as freedom fighters, but I am not.
Have you ever considered joining?
No, not really good with steady aim, I suppose. Much more of a civilian.
If you were approached to promote them,
You're asking me if I would promote a terrorist organization on twitch.tv.com?
Yes.
I feel like that would violate terms of service. Luckily, I read terms of service, and I know for a fact it would.
Listen, I haven't read terms of service, but as long as you're not doing anything stupid, you'll be fine.
Yeah, so I feel like I'd be violating terms of service. Why don't you can promote them? You know, if they approach you.
I'm not Irish.
You don't have to be.
In fact, I don't.
American companies come to us for promotion all the time.
Listen, I'm not Irish. I'm not even white.
You don't have to be.
I don't think they'll take me.
Being Irish is in your blood. It's not about your skin color.
It's in your blood alcohol level.
Also, yes. If you have at least one DNA that looks like a potato, that's it. You're Irish. You're good to go.
So
go to your local doctor and check.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
From the
IRA. Let's bring it back from the IRA.
Okay, yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
Are there any writers or artists that really inspire you?
Terry Pratchett would be a writer I thoroughly enjoy the works of.
What was that?
Terry Pratchett.
Terry Pratchett?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's dead now, but he was alive pretty much all my life, and I didn't know about it until it was too late. Those are the sort of books I probably would have grown up reading if I did know about them, but I sadly only found out about him maybe a couple of years ago, so I've been catching up ever since. Because he has I think he's like 40 books out or something. Huge stuff.
I looked him up. He has a lot of books.
I am nowhere near catching up, but I have 6 of them on my shelf right now.
From the early 80s all the way into 2011, looks like.
Yeah. He made a documentary as he was losing his mind to dementia. So he literally recorded his last memories as a documentary, which is kind of cool and bizarre in a way, but also kind of depressing in how that ends. But
yeah, wow.
But yeah, his world building is really good. His character building is very good as well. And yeah, he was one of his most popular characters was Death, like the Reaper.
Oh. Did that play any role in making your design?
No, but I did name a butler in the lore after him, or after one of his butlers in the lore, not after him. I didn't make him a butler, don't worry. But yeah, if you ever see a character called Albert, that's one referencing Terry Pratchett's books.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I recommend giving him a read if you ever get a chance. Start wherever you want, really. Mostly episodical.
Yeah, looking at
here. Inspired you?
What inspired me?
Yeah.
Well, Puca, this is about you. This is your interview.
Yeah, most of my interviews are reflections of my interviewee, so let's do a comparison.
Okay.
I have Terry Pratchett. Who do you have?
Well, if we're talking about writers of books, there was a book series I used to read all the time in middle school. It's called Warriors. It was about cats that live in the wild.
Warrior? You are the second person to tell me about this book.
Yeah, author Aaron Hunter and Dan Jolie. Primarily Aaron Hunter. I actually reread the entire first series of books not too long ago, a year or two.
I never read them, but I have been told I need to read them.
Yeah, welcome back, Aaron. We're talking about the Warrior books, the one about cats.
Yeah, the Warrior Cats books. Remember those? There's 6 of them, right?
No, there's a lot more.
Oh, I'm saying like
there were 6 books within the first series.
I guess I'm saying the first series. There's a collection up for a bit. Yeah, right. So that was your version, Terry Pratchett, I guess.
Yeah, I read the first 2 series to completion. I read some of the spin-offs that like took place before and in between them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a third series that I believe is a prequel. I have not read them.
Which ones would you need to read? Like, which ones would be the core story? Would it be like would 1 to 6 cover pretty much the arc, or?
Yeah, like the two main. Oh, the first main series you can read that front to back, and you're good to go. The second
Okay.
series, it's pretty good, not as good, and it kind of falls off in the fifth and sixth book.
Right. So 1 to 6 would be the intended experience then.
Yeah, 1 to 6 would be the intended.
Yeah, I'll give him a read. So I'll add it to my collection.
And yeah, that's all I've read. There's a lot more to that.
You're surprising the crap out of Barry right now.
Yeah. I read them when I was in middle school. Once I got into high school, I didn't really look into the library there, so I wound up stopped reading them. I clear my throat a little bit there.
Yeah, right. I've been doing it the entire stream. You probably heard a click now and then. That means I'm coughing.
No, I haven't heard a click at all.
Oh wow, very subtle. Okay, button press on my mic normally to turn it off and back on. I don't manually mute because I'm a coward.
Yeah. I read those books a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot myself then. It's always good to get a new story to the collection.
Yeah, good books. I was born in 1997. I'm 20. I'm gonna be 27 next month.
90s kid, relatable.
Technically, I'm more of a 2000s kid.
Well, you're closer to 90s. Well, I guess you're in the latter half. I was at 93.
I did not gain consciousness until at least 2002.
I didn't gain consciousness probably till around 97. That checks out.
But yeah, that was what I read as a kid. But that was like way longer, way back. Like as a teenager, I really got into James Rolfe, Cinemassacre, AVGN.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, AVGN, Cinemassacre. That's what got me into movies. And like my main like initial motivator to go into film as I'm doing.
Believe it or not, mine was the Alien series. Well, not the Alien series, the first movie. I don't know. I just thought like that sort of stuff was really cool.
I watched it not too long ago with friends. It's fantastic movie. At the end, you can really tell that it's just a guy in a costume.
Yeah.
It looks hilarious actually.
Don't look up how it was made. No, it was I think I think I seen a movie like far younger than I should have. But as a kid, there's movies like that and like or the Independence Day, you know where the aliens come down and destroy America. That one. Movies like that. It's like I was like, wow, I'd love to sort of make that. And then I tried and failed. So now we're going into development instead, so I can literally make it piece by piece from the very bottom up.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see like the working mechanisms of how movies are made. It's why I love behind the scenes stuff. Like
they don't do as much anymore.
They don't do as much like practical stuff. It's all computers. A lot of it.
They'll take the fun
out
of it.
How did they do that? Oh, they got 500 nerds on computers.
I mean, if you see how Lord of the Rings is made, it's kind of amazing. Most of that movie was shot with minis.
Yeah, miniatures, practical mixed in with CGI. It was very expensive, to say the least.
It shows now, like the graphic side of it, but the part that isn't graphical, like, will hold up pretty much forever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is even cooler in my opinion. I prefer things that hold up forever.
Not many people blow up actual cars anymore.
Back in my day, car destruction was just another Tuesday.
Yeah, in Ireland, yeah.
We actually, yeah, fair point. More in England. It didn't happen much here.
You would hope it wouldn't happen over there. You would hope it happened to the other guys.
There was a stage. The more you look into the history, the worse it gets.
Yeah. What's it called? The Troubles.
The Troubles, perhaps for you guys, for us, it was called the Riot, or guerrilla warfare, whatever you can take your poison, really. The Troubles would be probably how history refers to it in a more calm way, which is fair. Not really something you want to
That seems to be how
constantly refer
that
to
seems
as
to be how the British say it, refer to it.
how to British it. I don't know how to British friend. I never really asked one.
You ask them about the Irish genocide. They say, "Oh, you mean the Troubles?"
Perhaps they do. Again, I've never asked, and it'd probably be pretty awkward for an Irish guy to just randomly walk up to some British person and say, "Hey, remember that one time?"
When will you let us go? Let us unify.
At this stage, you pretty much keep it. I don't even think people up there care anymore. It's literally too expensive. And territories are kind of redundant now anyway. We're all trapped.
Hey Peter, remember that time?
Hey Peter, remember the Troubles?
Remember the Troubles?
That would make a very different Family Guy episode. But yeah, no. It's what was I talking about? Yeah, sorry, the movie thing. It's quite inspiring to like just try and create stuff. It's actually why I started making stuff the way I have now, with writing and things like that, just being from stuff like that.
Do you have like a portfolio of stuff you've worked on?
Not one that works on computer, just because it's from like my college days.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they used like actual videotapes in the course I was in. So I would have to somehow convert that disc first before I get it.
There is a way to do it. I don't know what that way is.
Yeah, I'd go dig it out of the attic or somewhere anyway, because I'm pretty sure I put it in a box somewhere. But I made essentially a trailer for a slasher flick.
Oh, nice.
That never got made. It's just our job to make a trailer.
I can bring it up again. I brought it up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I had worked as a key grip on a movie.
Oh, I seen your trailer for it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. You saw it earlier?
Yeah, I've been lurking the whole time.
Yeah. It's finally being screened next month, and official release maybe a month or two later.
That's pretty huge, actually. You're going to see it big premiere? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna see it at the screening next month.
That's actually always such a good feeling. Remember we did that for our first film. I highly recommend it. And also, you always go. I think it's 6 seats in from the left. You always get a perfect center for a cinema. Keep that tip in mind, and you'll have the best viewing experience. Taken from yours truly, even a snob of cinema, you could say. I haven't gone to the cinema in a while though. I should go again.
The last time I went to the cinema was for Godzilla -1. Now that's a movie to go watch at the cinema.
I'll have to go check it out. Is it still in cinema?
No.
Ah, well.
Yeah, you have to wait for the Blu-ray.
Thanks for nothing, Pig. I could have gone seen it in the cinema if you were like whenever it was out sooner.
It was out in December. It lasted in. It was initially only going to be in the cinemas internationally for a week, but it was so popular that it stayed there all the way into like early January, I think.
Right. Well, I probably still would have missed it. I think last time I was at a cinema was for well, I think it was actually Endgame. I think that was the last time I was at a cinema.
Really? Endgame?
Yeah.
That was a while ago now, wasn't it? 2019?
Yeah. I guess nothing ever made me want to go watch a movie in the cinema again.
One movie I wanted to see, but I didn't get to, was The Iron Claw. It's still in the cinema. I can still go.
You should. You should leave the interview right now. Just walk over to the cinema. Bring us with you.
It's more than a walk.
Yeah. Walk anyway, you take in the sights. Get inspiration for your next film.
I did have something planned for after this interview ends. It wasn't that, but it could be that.
Well, worst case scenario, we go for a nice group viewing through your webcam or something, and then you get kicked out for piracy, and we all have a good time.
It would be a good time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it would be.
Well, I think we've reached that time now to wind down.
I've been wound down this whole time, but yes, go ahead, wind down.
Ariomi, thanks for coming around and participating in chat. Puka,
Yeah.
you choose who we raid.
Who do we raid? Ooh. A friend of mine who is debuting soon is currently streaming.
Oh.
I can send you her name if you want.
Yeah, send me their Twitch link, actually.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll send you the... They'll be debuting on 28th, I think, so if you want to go check them out, that's
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Oh, you've seen it before.
Yeah, I already follow this person. Yeah, let's drop him a raid.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm glad we got to talk about everything.
Thank you for coming on, and on such short notice as well.
Always happy to arrive last second.
Do you have any parting words for the viewers, both live and post?
Stay in school. Don't take night shift jobs. Pick up your #1 skeleton mug right now in stores.